स्टडी IQ IAS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन।
The three things that govern our lives. First, geography, where we live. Race, what race we belong to, what do we look like, what is the color of our skin. And third is political domination. Where we are is a very important aspect of this novel as well. Geography, race, and political domination are three themes that have gripped this novel, A Passage to India, E.M. Foster's masterpiece. And this is very much there in a UPSC English Literature options, all my students. So make sure that this lecture you do attend. It's a very small lecture. It's just like an introductory lecture to give you an idea that what all themes are there, what all aspects are there. And that is how we'll be going ahead with our class. So moving ahead, the separation of worlds, the mosque, the caves, and the temple. Now, this entire book has been divided into three sections. The mosque is the first section, the caves is the second section, and the third is the temple. Now, E.M. Foster wrote this work in around 1920s at a time wherein the national movement had completely gripped the entire India, and there were protests happening, but there was also a sort of a distinction that was there between Hindus as well as Muslims. So this talks a lot about the British relations with Muslims, with Hindus, the Hindu-Muslim relationship, gender aspect, the race aspect, and so many other things are there in this entire novel. Now imagine a world where human connections are entirely dictated by lines of geography, race, and political domination. We discussed this. Now, E.M. Foster structures his novel into three distinct sections: mosque, caves, and temple, to talk about the emotional and spiritual trajectory of British-occupied India. So he has also shown what exactly did British conceive of India, what they think of this country. So a lot of things are there, and what the relationship was like with Indians. Each architectural space, हर जो section है, चाहे वो mosque हो गया, caves हो गया, या temple हो गया, it talks about a different phase of the colonial experience, moving from the possibility of initial friendship and then पहले तो फील्डिंग और अजीज की बड़ी अच्छी दोस्ती होती है, बट बाद में जाके वो बड़ी डेटोरिएट हो जाती है, and ultimately to a final distant hope for spiritual harmony. And then end में जाके there is a hope that हो सकता है हो, लेकिन इसका conclusion बड़ा sad है that there is a possibility that the East and West can never come together. Okay, so with this we're moving ahead. The Bridge of Dust, the myth of colonial benevolence. So the British administration in Chandrapur. So Chandrapur is the name of the city. It's a fictional city जहाँ पे डॉक्टर अजीज हैं जो फील्डिंग से मिलते हैं. So डॉक्टर अजीज is the central character, is the Muslim character, और उनकी दोस्ती बहुत ख़ास दोस्ती फील्डिंग से होती है जो कि एक ब्रिटिश हैं. So वो चंद्रपुर की कहानी है, and he constantly justifies its presence with the paternalistic myth of bringing law, order and civilization to India. तो जैसे कि इनका हमेशा से imperialistic agenda रहा है इंडिया को colonize करने का, but इस pretext के अरे हम लोग तो civilize और culture देने के लिए आए हैं इंडिया में. Okay, this is how they defended the colonization. Foster exposes the deep irony of this narrative by showing the complete failure of the Bridge Party. एक scene होता है वहाँ पे, एक पार्टी होती है, ब्रिज पार्टी होती है, ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती है, लेकिन वहाँ पे दिखता है कि चाहे जो भी हो जाए, there cannot be an assimilation of the British and the Indians because they are polar opposite, they are starkly opposite to each other with their clothing, their culture, their behavior, their customs, their traditions. So an event organized specifically to bridge the social gulf that is between the rulers and the ruled. Okay, जो rulers है, ऐसे नहीं कि आम जनता को बुलाया जाता है उस पार्टी में, आम इंडियंस को नहीं, जो rulers होते, जो the people who were there, the nawabs, and anybody who was there at a high level. So now instead of creating genuine unity, the social structures of the Raj only breed deep resentment. इससे कोई unity नहीं होती है. जैसे जैसे जितना भी कोई कोशिश करे कि ये लोग साथ में आए, साथ में रहे, but resentment बढ़ता है और एक दूसरे के प्रति नफरत सी आती है, forcing both sides to retreat into their respective camps of cultural mistrust and racial superiority. तो दोनों एक साइड को लगता था कि हम ज़्यादा रेशियल सुपीरियर हैं, वी हैव गॉट द कल्चर. ओके, सो दिस वाज अ ह्यूज थिंग. ब्रिज पार्टी जो एक बहुत बड़ा सीन है, इस पे क्वेश्चंस भी आ चुके हैं कि किस तरीके से दिस वॉज बेसिकली इट अनब्रिज द गैप. इनफैक्ट इसने इंक्रीज कर दिया गैप बिटवीन द वाइट्स एज वेल एज इंडियंस. द एको ऑफ द वॉइड द मलाबार केव्स. अब इस कहानी को मैं पूरी कहानी तो नहीं, वी नॉट टॉक अबाउट द स्टोरी बट आई जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इंपॉर्टेंट इवेंट्स. इसमें एक इवेंट होता है जब डॉक्टर अजीज एडेला क्वेस्ट को लेके जाते हैं एक एक उस पे इस अम्यूजमेंट के लिए किसी केव में. एडेला को लगता है दैट अजीज मोलेस्टेड हर, सेक्सुअली मोलेस्टेड हर, लेकिन ऐसा बाद में वो डिनाई कर देती है. पहले तो एलिगेशंस लगाती है लेकिन बाद में वो डिनाई कर देती है ना. इससे अजीज की रेपुटेशन बहुत ख़राब हो जाती है. दैट्स अ टर्निंग पॉइंट इन द नॉवल. और फील्डिंग से उसकी दोस्ती टूट जाती है. बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं बट दैट इज़ अ मूट पॉइंट ऑफ द नॉवल. So the central crisis of this novel occurs in the dark, hollow depth of the Marabar caves, where all human speech is reduced to terrifying monotonous sound like boom. Okay, तो एक आवाज़ सी आती है boom. और मराबार, because we are Indians, we know कि किस तरह से हमारे caves होते हैं, जितने भी gigantic monumental structures होते हैं वहाँ पे कैसे आवाज़ echo करती है. एडेला के लिए, जो एक लंदन से लड़की आई थी, उसके लिए बहुत सब ओवरवेलमिंग होता है. वो इमेजिन करती है या हेलुसिनेट करती है. दैट इज लेफ्ट अनसेड इन द नॉवल. बट एज रीडर्स वी कैन बिलीव दैट इसका कि अजीज जो कि कैरेक्टर दिखाया गया वो ऐसा नहीं करेगा उसके साथ, लेकिन उसको वो ऐसा वो इसको ब्लेम करती है. ही गोज ऑन अ ट्रायल एंड देन बाद में जाके वो डिनाई हो जाता है. वो छूट तो जाता है, उसकी रेपुटेशन बहुत टार्निश होती है. So this hollow echo states with the rational structured illusion of Victorian English society, and जहाँ पे driving Adela quested into a state of severe psychological hysteria. तो इस आवाज़ से एडेला बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है. जो आवाज़ होती है, एको होता है, बूम सी आवाज़ होती है और उसको समझ नहीं आता कि रियलिटी क्या है, इल्यूजन क्या है. और वहीं पे उसको लगता है कि somebody sexually assaulting her. This incident in the cave serves as a powerful metaphor for the vast ancient spirit of India, which completely resists the shallow, rigid categorization of Western colonialism. So this is the reason where India becomes beyond comprehension for the whites. And what is this land? What is this land जहाँ पे spirituality इतनी ज़्यादा rooted है, deeply rooted है? What is this land जो कि समझ नहीं आता? तो this cave, this boom voice represents the entire India, that what is this land? That's beyond the comprehension of the whites. The Anglo-Indian fortress, the herd mentality of the club, the English civil station, and the local British club function as a paranoid fortress designed to keep the native population at a permanent emotional and social distance. So, there's always something or the other, कोई architecture, कुछ ऐसा divide होता रहता है ताकि सब लोग जो whites हैं वो अलग रहें और ये जो Indians हैं वो अलग रहें, जो natives हैं वो अलग रहें. There's always a divide that they try to construct. डॉक्टर अजीज इज अक्यूज ऑफ जब जैसे ही डॉक्टर अजीज को अक्यूज किया जाता है कि आपने असॉल्ट किया है एडेला को, नो दैट्स अ बिग थिंग बिकॉज डॉक्टर अजीज हैज अ ह्यूज रेपुटेशन. ही इज अ वेरी सिविल सिटीजन. ही इज फ्रेंड्स विद ब्रिटिशर्स. ही इज रिस्पेक्टेड इन द सोसाइटी. But the British community constantly succumbs to a fierce herd mentality, abandoning all pretense of justice or law. अब जैसे ये ब्लेम आता है तो कोई डॉक्टर अजीज की रेपुटेशन को नहीं देखता, देखते कि इंडियन है, ये एक इंडियन है, इसने ये हरकत की होगी, ही इज केपेबल ऑफ डूइंग दैट, ही इज अनसिविलाइज्ड, एंड इसने एक वाइट रेस की लड़की को टारगेट किया, एंड all the blame comes. Without the trial, he is accused that yes, he is a criminal. Through all this collective racial hysteria, Foster critiques how the machinery of empire completely corrupts individual morality, turning ordinary administrators into ruthless protectors of white privilege. यहाँ पे हो रहा है कि जो racial discrimination और hysteria होता है वहाँ पे चाहे innocent ही क्या हो उसको criminal declare कर देंगे. और जितने भी white race के they came together and they just wanted Aziz to be behind the bars. किसी को ये भी नहीं प्रूफ था that he is right or he is wrong, but they just wanted behind the bars. Then you have the broken bond, the impossible friendship of Aziz and Fielding. Now, at the very heart of the novel is a deeply personal relationship between Dr. Aziz and this, that was an Indian doctor, Indian physician, and with Fielding. Now, Fielding is also a very dear friend, very close. He used to talk about personal stuff also. He considered Dr. Aziz as a very good friend, and Dr. Aziz gave that respect and friendship to Fielding as well. But despite their mutual respect, despite their friendship, despite their understanding, their bond is constantly strained, battered, and misread by the suspicious political environment that surrounds them. तो ultimately क्या होता है, उन लोग की दोस्ती टूट जाती है, because there's so much of things that happen that their friendship ultimately breaks because of Adela Quest incident, because of so many other things. Ultimately, the ultimate failure to maintain a smooth, unshakable friendship highlights the tragic reality that true intellectual equality and emotional intimacy cannot survive between a master and a servant. So ultimately, it's a very sad thing to, that the novel conveys, that a master and a servant can never be friends. There will always be a sense of inequality between the two, and this is the reason that Dr. Aziz and Fielding, despite having the same intellect, the same understanding, they were not able to nurture that friendship. No, not yet. No, not there. The final verdict of the land. In the final haunting scene of the novel, Aziz and Fielding ride together through the rocky landscape, wishing they could be close friends once again. एंड में क्या होता है, जब फील्डिंग बाद में वापस आता है लंदन से, वो दोनों चाहते हैं, अजीज भी चाहता है, फील्डिंग भी चाहता है कि काश पुरानी जैसी दोस्ती हो पाए, लेकिन दोनों से नहीं हो पाए. बोथ आर विशिंग दैट दे क्रेव फॉर दैट फ्रेंडशिप दैट दे यूज्ड टू हैव, but nobody can do that now. None of them have, they feel that they can come as close as they were before. But the earth itself sends up rocks to separate them, and the horses sail apart, mirroring that yes, there will always be a divide between the two races. Foster concludes this work with a devastating, beautiful poetic truth. वो क्या कहता है? Genuine friendship between the colonizer and the colonized is utterly impossible until India is completely free. तो 1920s में नॉवल लिखी गया था, उसने बोला कि कभी भी एक Indian and a British can never be friends, and the reason being that they have the master-servant relationship. So guys, a beautiful novel, A Passage to India, and this is there, very much there in your course. Make sure that you attend the entire lecture of this. ये बहुत ही छोटा lecture था. It was just like you can say a short advertisement of this novel, wherein I will be teaching every chapter of this novel, every detail analysis of this novel will be discussed in the class. All PYQs would be there. All expected questions would be there. The analytical assessment, the themes that are there in the novel, because thematic concerns ही आते हैं आपके questions में. They never ask you about the plot summary or what is the story of it. No, they always ask you what is the theme of so and so. So every day at 1 p.m. I have my class. Be a part of this lecture. 13 July, brand new batch is starting. So mark this date in your calendars. Be a part of this course. Learn as much as you can, because there is the matter is you'll be flooded with matter. And whatever notes that I teach you in the class, every single note is given to my students, plus the extra notes that I give to all of you. So make sure that you do join the batch, guys. 14999 का course है. There's description there in the comment section. So please make sure you contact our executives. Talk to them. If you have any concern, you can reach out to me also. Website पे मेरा demo class भी है. If you want to see the way I teach, how I teach, what kind of what's my pedagogy, the way I go ahead with my lessons, you can resolve all your queries there. So guys, with this, I'm coming to an end with my lecture. I hope you all enjoyed learning, and to all my students willing to be a part of this course, I really hope to see you all in the classes. Thank you, everyone.
Study IQ IAS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन.